Hello everybody and welcome back to RainBro Crafts. My name is Colton and today we will be making for you our sixth and final soap in our Citrus in July 2026 collection. That soap is my most favorite of this whole collection, and it was our customer's most favorite as well because it's already sold out, and that is Ginger Lime Spritz. This soap will start out like all of our other soaps. Zac is going to be making this one, and he is going to pour our lye water, our sodium lactate into our signature plant-based oil blend, which is down in the description box below. If you're interested in utilizing it, do feel free to use it. If you do make soap with our recipe, do tag us on Instagram because we would love to see that. We're going to blitz this up with our stick blender till it comes to a nice light trace, and we will be putting in our colorant here. So this is going to be a pretty subtle design, but we are really letting that fragrance oil that we haven't added yet speak for itself. So this is a nice kind of like coppery, kind of terracotta orange color that we are adding, and then we're going to add in our fragrance oil blend. This is a blend of a couple different scents. So this is ginger ale, fragrance oil from Bramble Berry, and then we also added in a little bit of citrus. So we added in some lime and some red mandarin, and it is probably one of my favorite fragrances that we've ever used since we've been making soap. It is spicy a little bit. It smells actually carbonated, which is weird. If you've ever like opened up a fresh can of soda and it like tickles your nose a little bit, this almost does that, which is so weird. I don't know how Bramble Berry did it. And then we added in our citrus fragrances as well to make it even that much better. We will be blitzing this up, and we will hopefully be adding this actual fragrance blend to our permanent lineup. We have a collaboration with Dovetail Cellars. They're a local winemaker in Vancouver, and we have a collaboration with them that currently uses our Vantucky Mule fragrance blend, which is inspired by a Kentucky mule. So there's some blood orange, there's some ginger, and some saffron, which that sold pretty well, but this smells better. And we made a test batch, which is just 12 bars. And the fragrance oil, along with the wine that we use from Dovetail Cellars in that specific bar of soap, is like the perfect marriage of their product and our product. So I think they'll like it. We did make a test batch, so in like a couple weeks we'll be giving them a few bars to see if they like it and want to swap over that fragrance blend. For the second batch of soap that Zac is blitzing up here, he is going to be adding in some of that neon green mica from Mad Micas. This is part of that neon collection that we use in our Pride collection. So it's blacklight reactive, and it is the nice like weird combination with that like more natural orange, and this like neon green is a really interesting and really cool combination. I don't know if this will carry over into that collaboration soap bar that we will be making, but who knows. I do love green, so we'll see. So we will just press that fragrance oil through our strainer there to get out any lumps and clumps that might be in the kaolin clay, and then we will blitz this up as well. This is going to be a drop swirl soap, so we want to make sure that the soap in the Cambro that Zac is blitzing up there and the soap in the slab molds that he already poured stay at a similar-ish consistency. So the trick with this is that you blend the bottom layer a little less than you want to, and you blend the top layer a little bit more than what you normally would, and kind of just the soap making process, your consistencies should be about the same once both are ready. So that kind of terracotta-y orange color and that green soap are now at about the same consistency. If you don't do this, you don't have a similar consistency, either your soap batter will hit the top of the soap in the slab and it'll just layer, which is not the end of the world, but it's not what you're gonna want. And if they're too liquidy, they'll kind of just merge together and make a muddy mess, which is not cute. It is not what people want. So you kind of have to keep this in mind. The orange soap, we probably could have blended a tad bit less, but it's not a huge concern for this design. The nice thing with a drop swirl soap is that inherently it's gonna look messy because you kind of are just like submitting to the chaos and letting it do its thing. It's gonna do what it wants to do. You can only kind of just like guide it along and hopefully it works out for you. So we will split off that greenish yellow soap batter into those 2 slab molds as evenly as possible. Scrape down our Cambro, and because we want to get every last drop of that soap batter that we can out of there and get that into the slab mold as well. And then Zac's just going to tamp down the top of that soap to make all the colors kind of like even out a little bit. You can also do this sometimes if your soap batter is not as level as you'd like it. Kind of like tapping like that just like re-liquefies everything and it makes it nice and smooth. And then he's gonna go in with some Gold Enigma mica. So this is a white looking mica and you can kind of see it in the back of the screen there, but it has a gold shift. So when you kind of like turn the bar of soap or the mica, it goes from like a nice like pearlescent white to a really pretty gold color. The specific property that does this in these micas doesn't ever look that great on video, but in real life it is very impressive and it just looks really nice, and it fits the ginger ale kind of aspect of the soap that we're making here, because ginger ale has that nice kind of like goldish tan color. We then will bring out our chopstick and just do some back and forth kind of swirls to kind of bring that gold and the yellow and the orange all together and add a little bit of like a textural interest. This one's a pretty low profile design in terms of the top design. The inside's going to look really pretty. The fragrance is really what speaks for this one, but the colors really match well with what the soap is, and sometimes that's all you need. We will repeat the process there on that second slab of soap to make them as similar as possible. Once we're done with that, we will spritz the top with rubbing alcohol, put our lids on these slabs, and tuck them away under a towel for 24 hours, and then it is time to unmold and slice up. We do, and I mention this kind of often, we do steam these with a clothes steamer just to make them look a little more polished. We always do that off screen because it's not terribly interesting, but it just kind of adds a little something extra to the soap. And if you have any soda ash, which these didn't, but if you did, that helps get that soda ash off the top of the soap. The soda ash is purely cosmetic. It is not actually something you did wrong. It doesn't make the soap work less good, which I know is not very proper grammar, but that's what my brain's working with today. So don't worry if you have soap that you made and it has soda ash on the top. As soon as you use that bar of soap, it's going to disappear. We will break those slabs down into loaves, and then we will break out Dorothy, and we get to see that drop swirl design with that kind of like neon yellowy green and that terracotta orange color. And that is what we were going for. It's really kind of subtle, but not. If you see it in person, especially under kind of a darker lighting, it almost glows in the dark, and that's that neon pigment that we used from Mad Micas that is blacklight reactive. So if you have this in a bathroom and you have color changing bulbs in your ceiling, which we do in ours, you can turn those to like blue and the soap actually glows. Or if you had an actual blacklight, kind of like a blacklight poster, that same kind of thing would happen with this soap, the yellow color specifically. But that is it. That is our Ginger Lime Spritz soap, which is my favorite soap of the collection. It was for sale, but it's already sold out, so I'm kind of just tempting you with this one. My question for you all is, have you ever sung karaoke? I personally have done it like one time. Our friend, mine and Zach's friend, had a birthday party at one of those places where you get like a room for your friends, so you're not like in front of a whole bar, you're just in front of your group of friends, and we sang there. But that's not really our like preferred method of fun for a night out on the town. But I'd love to hear if you've ever sung karaoke and what your go-to song is for that. Comment that down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you do want to get soaps, candles, or bath bombs sent to your house each and every month and join this lovely group of individuals that's coming up on screen here, check out our website, rainbrocrafts.com, for more details on that. They get soaps or candles or bath bombs as a thank you for supporting us and our company. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below if you've ever done karaoke. Also subscribe to the channel and ring that bell icon so you get notified when we release new videos. Thanks. Bye.